City of Westwood Commissioner Nettie Lopez. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Okay. Also here are, sorry. United Way President is Lily Lopez. The CAC of Hidalgo Starr County Board members that are present, please raise your hand. I see Carol Huspiller and past President Stephen Martin. The CAC staff, the mental health and crime victims liaisons, y'all please raise your hands. CAC staff. Thank you, Westwood Police Department investigators, deputies, crime victim liaisons. We got the Sheriff's Office investigators here also. Thank you for coming. The Westwood Chamber of Commerce, thank you all for being here. And I think that should cover it. Everybody else, thank you for being here. You know, we're so proud of this opportunity to service this side of the valley. I'd like to thank the City of Westwood Mayor David Suarez and City Manager Martin Garza and their team for providing the CAC a safe place for our children and families affected by abuse. I have no doubt that in this beautiful facility, we will allow us to reach more children and families from the Mid-Valley in the years to come. This will be a place where we can come together to continue hope, healing, and justice. At this time, I'd like to introduce Jesus Sanchez, our CAC Executive Director, for the opening remarks. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Secretary. Good afternoon, everyone. Secretary said, my name is Jesus Sanchez. I'm the Executive Director for the Children's Advocacy Center of Hidalgo and Starr counties, and I cannot be more proud that we're here today. We actually started this dream back in 2018. We were looking for a building where we can come and serve families and children that have been affected by abuse closer to home. And you know, as Mr. Guerrero mentioned, we could not have done it without the City of Westlaco, Mayor Suarez, City Manager Garza. Actually, this is the second time she actually helped us to get a building to expand our services. When he was at the City of Mission, he was able to help us to get a building there, and so we're so happy to be here. April is National Child Abuse and Prevention Month, and it is important that I start by bringing awareness about child abuse. And child abuse is unfortunately a public health problem. It rivals across the nation diabetes and heart disease. 1 in 5 children nationally are abused. You know, the day a child gets abused, their life changes completely. So if you could imagine, you know, your childhood and being turned away, you know, if abuse were to happen. That's why it's so important for us to be doing this grand opening in this location where we're focusing on mental health. Because early intervention and mental health treatment is very important for children and siblings and family members to be able to function on a day-to-day basis. Not only you know, it turns the families around, but it's also costly to the city, to the system. In 2018, child abuse cost over $800 billion. That's the cost of a child being abused. Why? Because if there's no early treatment, there's consequences. Children get into risky behaviors. It affects their the way they have relationships. So it's that we have a place dedicated, thanks to the City of Westlaco, to provide counseling services to these children is so important. So I cannot say, you know, how thankful I am. I do want to thank our staff, though. When you get a chance to see the building, you'll probably want to get our staff's phone numbers because they do a pretty good job of doing the interior design. So thank you. Next, what I would like to do is introduce Mr. Rivera. You know, we help children, and I was once told, you know, I want to hear stories, but I want to hear from the director, or I want to hear from a staff member. Well, what better than to hear from someone that has benefited from our services. So at this point, if Mr. Rivera, if you want to come over and say a few words. Benavides, sorry. Mr. Rivera's over here, right? Sorry, sir.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for having me here. It's an honor. Sadly, it has to be under these circumstances, you know, and it's very difficult. I can attest to everything that Mr. Sanchez just said, how difficult it is on our children, on the families that are going through things like this. You know, we never thought that it would affect us, that it would hit in our home. You know, we always saw the statistics and we said, you know, that'll never be us, you know. And sadly, it happened to us, you know, and it happened to our family. And I'm glad you guys are here. And I believe strongly in what the Child Advocacy Center of Hidalgo and Starr County is doing. Not just myself, but my entire family, and we're grateful for everything they've done for us. And I wasn't sure what to expect today, and I'm glad to see so many awesome people, community members, young people, because this can affect anybody, guys. You can be rich or poor or famous or not, and it can affect your life dramatically, you know. And me and my wife actually wrote, they had requested that we write a paragraph or two, and sort of grew from there. And I spoke to my daughter, and she wanted to contribute some words as well for you guys. And I think it's important for us that we all know what's available when something like this happens, right? So you all will bear with me a little while, and I'm going to read first what me and my wife had written, and take it from there. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate y'all very much. So I'm going to start just a year ago, we received some traumatic news that will change our lives forever, especially our daughter's life. Our daughter was a victim of sexual assault, and this was devastating to all of us. Not knowing how to deal with this or where to turn, we were referred to the Child Advocacy Center of Hidalgo and Starr County. This is where our healing began. The Child Advocacy Center offered and provided a safe place for our family, comforting words, counseling, resources, and most of all, unconditional love. We are truly grateful that this agency exists in our local community. They have been absolutely instrumental and have played such a vital role in our healing. We are extremely thankful to the Child Advocacy Center of Hidalgo and Starr County for everything they have done for us. Sincerely, a healing family. And really, truly, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I mean, words can't express how thankful we are, because we were really devastated, you know, when our own daughter was a sexual assault victim, you know. And it's hard not knowing where to go or who to turn to, or, to see your kid going crazy and crying all the time, and they're not eating, and you know, as a parent, you know, you don't know what to do if this happens. And anyways, my daughter wrote some words. So these following words are from our daughter to all of you. And she wrote this, the Child Advocacy Center provided the help no one else would give us. I am so very thankful that me and my family have been receiving counseling, on top of them taking in my case and making sure it goes across through the whole process, while making sure we're okay. I went in with a mindset of feeling alone all the time and feeling so isolated, so numb. I felt so many overwhelming emotions that I felt I couldn't control, but my counselor helped me find ways to cope. I love that she listens so well and reassures me that I am not alone, which I struggle with a lot. The Child Advocacy Center has taken a big impact in my life, especially since I am still in the healing process. Day by day and month by month, I know me and my family will always have someone to count on. I have so much love in my heart for you all, and I really do believe that there are others out there that truly need the help that we have received. Thank you for being so amazing. So, those are some words from my daughter, and it saddens me, but it makes me happy to see that she realizes now that there's people out there that do care, and that's you guys. That's the person standing next to you or behind you, or if it's myself or our counselors, anybody. We believe so strongly, guys, that we can make a change and help somebody out there that doesn't know about these programs. Lastly, I'd like to close with a scripture, if y'all don't mind, that is very important and means a lot to me. And I think this just was part of the healing process for me, learning to love and to forgive and to help. And that's in 1 Corinthians 13. It's one of my favorite scriptures. So it says, if I speak in tongues of men or of angels, but have no love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, but have no love, I am nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. Love does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Love never fails. Now I know in part that three things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. So, to me, that's what God is to me. I think that in very simple terms, to me, God is love, and that's what me and my family have found at the Child Advocacy Center, Hidalgo in Starr County. And I commend you all for being here, and I ask that we continue to fight the good fight, and that we don't give up on our young people and our children, in our community. And we ourselves are just a small family, small business owners, and we believe so strongly in what the Child Advocacy Center is doing that we've committed ourselves to doing whatever we can in our part to help that other person, that other family in need, that hurting family, that hurting child. So thank you guys for your time and your attention, and I appreciate everyone's help and support law enforcement, counselors, community leaders, students, children, all of you guys here, the community of Weslaco, for bringing this to our community, because it's very much needed. So thank you all again for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Benavides. And we know how difficult it is to come up and share a story like that. And all the more reason that everybody here together, we need to realize how important it is to be advocates and to be aware and to be able to share this message and support families. And Mr. Benavides, thank you so much for coming up here and sharing that story with all of us and sharing, what your daughter went through and where she is now. And I think that's something to think about, is her words of speaking towards the future. And I think that is just incredible. And you said something right now that you mentioned how important it is to see even students here today. And I 100% agree with what you say, because it's so important that we are all aware, not just as adults in the community, as leaders in our community, but the students that go back into the schools and hear from other students who may have gone through situations like this, who are scared to say something. And, thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a wonderful parent and being a part, of this organization and sharing. So we appreciate your time with that. And again, on behalf of the city of Weslaco, we're so grateful to be here and to be able to have a facility like this and support this community and support Hidalgo, Starr County, and the children advocacy work that you all do here. So the staff, we commend you and we thank you for your work. At this time, I do want to recognize some of our commissioners who are here with us from the city of Weslaco. We have Commissioner Adrian Farias, who is here. Israel Gonzalez, who is here as well. And I would like to introduce our mayor of Weslaco to come and share a few words. Mayor David Suarez, we'd like you to invite you to the front here to share a few words.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much. I want to thank Mr. Benavides. Thank you for sharing your story and your daughter's story. Unfortunately, that's many of stories here in the Rio Grande Valley. And we're grateful to have this resource. What a blessing it is to have the Children Advocacy Center open up here in our own backyard in Weslaco. I want to thank the volunteers, the staff that work hard, 24/7, dealing with these, the child abuse, and we don't know what the children go through, and they have an outlet now with counselors to be able, come here to Weslaco, and it's a great resource to have here. So I want to give everyone that participates and that helps out with the Child Advocacy Center a round of applause. And again, I want to recognize our DA that's here. Thank you for all you do, and I know that's another resource that we have here, and we're blessed to have this center here open up here in Weslaco. And with that, I'll say God bless you and God bless Weslaco. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Suarez. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Garza to come and say a few words, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez. I just want to echo what Mayor Suarez was mentioning. What a great opportunity we have here in the city of Weslaco to have a resource like the Child Advocacy Center. And you know what? We'll take all the thank yous that your staff and you give us for finding a building, but the reality is what's inside the building that means the most, and that is your staff. I know that they work endless hours with detectives, investigators who are here with us present today, with the district attorney, to be able to bring prosecution to the individuals who harm our children here in the Rio Grande Valley. So thank you for the hours that you all put together. Chief, I'm gonna mention the news that we have that we're supposed to say on Tuesday, but I think this is the opportunity to do so. But the chief has been working on a program bringing in an emotional dog, a canine, that is going to be able to participate in sensing the amount of stress that an individual is feeling when they're dealing with circumstances. And this canine is not only going to assist our peace officers, but they're also going to be able to assist our students in our schools and also our victims of crime. And so this just comes together with this resource. It's going to be available to your office to be able to bring some stress relief, some ability to to have the child open themselves up, to be able to say their story to your staff, to your detectives, who provide these interviews. And so, you know, I think it's going to be a great program for the city of Westaco, and this resource is open to you all to use and take advantage of. Again, thank you for setting yourselves in the Mid Valley to be able to participate in helping our kids here in the Mid Valley. So thank you for your presence, and thank you for all your hard work.
At this point, we're going to move to the next part of our program, which is the Planto the Pinwheel. And I would like to welcome our Director of Family Advocacy and Community Engagement, Inez Vargas, which is going to lead us in this part of the program.
Good afternoon, everyone. So to kick off Child Abuse Awareness Month, we utilize our pinwheels that represents Child Abuse Awareness Month. So we welcome all of you to partake in this little activity that we have. We have some pinwheels, some markers where you guys can put your names, a motivational message on the planter. You're more than welcome to take it home with you or leave it here for our children to see. So I invite you all to come on this way to partake in this activity. Thank you.
I do want to say this is a initiative that was started in Hidalgo County by the Hidalgo County Family Task Force, and it couldn't have done without the support of DA Terry Palacios. So, sir, I would like to for you to come over here and then say a few words and before we plant the pinwheels. And again, thank you again for the proclamation that we had last week to celebrate, not celebrate, but to bring awareness to Child Abuse Awareness Month.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank the CAC for everything you do for our children and for our community. It's not only about our children. It's about trying to break the cycle. Okay, it's you know, usually a child that's abused is going to continue abusing his children. So if we can try to break the cycle through therapy, through counseling, I think that would go a long way in our prosecution. But I guarantee you, the DA's office takes child victims very serious, and we prosecute to the fullest. And thank God for our chief of police, our investigators that have the first contact with those children. They know what to do. They know they have to bring them up here to the CAC building, and in order to preserve this evidence, in order to make sure that justice is done and properly. So thank you for coming out here. It doesn't only take us, it takes the whole community. Awareness is very important to us, because over 60% of the people who are abused or been abused sexually never report. Okay, so it's important to have the awareness out there. Okay, so we could bring these people forward and show them that we have, they have the support. We have the counseling for them. Thank you for our leaders to bringing this program together here in your city. I know we didn't have it. We don't want to discourage anybody to go all the way to McAllen and say, you know what, no, it's too far, I'm not going. No, it's here, we're in your community, we're here to back you up, and what a bigger support than you are here locally. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Palacios. All right, Mr. Guerrero, Mr. Garza, if you will, commissioners, if you would like to come and get a pinwheel so we can plan them. Next, just put them in the first, if you would like to come and get a pinwheel, please, and then we'll put them on the planters here in front of us.
as you plant your pinwheels, we're passing out some markers. You can write your name, a motivational message, anything that you would like to share. So as we pass around the markers here, we encourage everyone to come up, plant your pinwheel, add your name, and share a motivational message. And thank you for helping us with this pinwheel ceremony today. And if you did not grab a pinwheel and you'd like to write something on the planter, if you have a message you'd like to share, we encourage you to come up and do that at this time.
This is a very good idea. Make it simple.
You can write on the planter, on the pinwheel, however you'd like to share your message. Mr. Sanchez, I would like to have one of our ambassadors share a few words with you, and I'm going to invite Ms. Rhonda Lewis. She is the administrator for Valley Baptist Micro Hospital, and she'll be sharing a few words with you on behalf of our ambassadors and the Weslaco Chamber.
Thank you, Barbara. And Mr. Sanchez, thank you so much on behalf of the Chamber, the Executive Board, and the Redcoats of the Weslaco Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to also echo everything that was said previously. It is a true honor that you have chosen Weslaco to bring this most honorable and healing, if you will, love to the city of Weslaco. It is a much needed department, store, whatever you want to refer to it as. We truly need something like this in our community because, as the mayor said, we don't want people having to go to other cities to get this kind of service when we can provide that great service here in Weslaco. So again, on behalf of the Weslaco Chamber, we would like to present you with a few plaques here. So here's a couple of stickers over the windows, a plaque to display, and a certificate welcoming you as part of the Weslaco community, because when coming to Weslaco and being a member of the Chamber, you truly are part of a family now. So the Weslaco Chamber welcomes you. Thank you. Thank you again.
If we can count to 3 together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
on that side you will find our therapy offices, and so we have 2 offices currently. So that's where the magic of therapy pretty much happens. Any questions that you guys have?
No, that's good. Very good program you guys gonna have here.
Thank
You're using sound therapy. I
Yes.
haven't heard that in,
Yes.
it's new here in the valley.
It's amazing. Yes, definitely.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so we're excited about it.
I never heard of it.
It's, I used to live in Austin, and when I moved over there, I had trainings, and I was like, I don't hear that here in the valley.
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome.